Big cats once roamed vast regions of the United States, but today only a few wild populations remain. One state is taking extraordinary measures to protect its last remaining big cats from extinction. Florida is home to the critically endangered Florida panther, the last remaining puma population in the eastern United States. Once ranging across the entire southeast, Florida panthers are now confined to a fraction of their former territory. Habitat loss, vehicle collisions, and genetic bottlenecks have brought these majestic animals to the brink of extinction. In the early 1990s, Florida panthers had dwindled to fewer than 30 individuals in the wild. Conservationists knew that drastic action was needed to prevent their complete disappearance. One of the most controversial yet successful measures was introducing Texas pumas into the population. This genetic rescue program helped increase genetic diversity and strengthen the species. The population has since grown to an estimated 120 to 230 individuals, but threats remain severe. Roadway mortality is one of the leading causes of death for Florida panthers. To combat this, the state has invested millions into wildlife corridors and underpasses. These safe crossings help panthers move between fragmented habitats without the risk of being hit by vehicles. The Florida Wildlife Corridor Act, passed in 2021, aims to connect wildlands and ensure safe passage for wildlife. Over 18 million acres of Florida have been designated as part of the statewide conservation network. Land acquisition programs are also playing a crucial role in securing habitat for panthers. Organizations like the Nature Conservancy and the Florida Wildlife Federation are working with landowners to preserve critical areas. Private ranches have also become essential partners in panther conservation efforts. Some cattle ranchers have received financial incentives to maintain land suitable for panther movement and hunting. Despite these efforts, human-wildlife conflicts are increasing as panthers expand their range. Livestock predation and occasional encounters with people have led to debates over coexistence strategies. Educational programs are being developed to help Floridians understand how to live alongside big cats. The state has also implemented a compensation program for ranchers who lose livestock to panthers. Conservationists are calling for more protections and funding to ensure the species' survival. Scientists use GPS tracking and camera traps to monitor the movements of individual panthers. These technologies provide valuable data on panther behavior, territory size, and mortality risks. A key component of their survival is maintaining a healthy prey base, primarily consisting of deer and wild hogs. Some panthers have also been documented preying on armadillos, raccoons, and even alligators. Despite their adaptability, panthers face challenges from disease, including feline leukemia virus, FELV. Wildlife agencies have begun testing and vaccinating some panthers to reduce disease-related deaths. Climate change poses an additional long-term threat to Florida panthers. Rising sea levels could flood low-lying habitats, forcing panthers into increasingly urbanized areas. Hurricanes also pose a risk as they can destroy forests and disrupt prey availability. Florida's conservationists are preparing for these challenges by incorporating climate resilience into their plans. Citizen involvement plays a crucial role in protecting Florida's last big cats. Wildlife organizations encourage residents to report panther sightings to help track their movements. Social media campaigns have raised awareness about the importance of preserving these rare felines. Public support has helped push for stricter laws against habitat destruction. More funding is needed to expand conservation programs and reduce human-wildlife conflicts. Some environmentalists are advocating for the reintroduction of panthers into other parts of their historic range. The debate continues over whether regions in Georgia, Alabama, and the Carolinas could support panther populations. Legal protections under the Endangered Species Act have been vital in preventing the extinction of the Florida panther. However, some lawmakers argue that these protections should be scaled back to accommodate land development. Conservation groups warn that removing federal protections could push the species back to the brink. Tourism also plays a role in raising awareness and funds for panther conservation. Wildlife ecotourism attracts visitors eager to glimpse one of Florida's elusive big cats. Nature reserves and state parks offer guided tours that educate the public on panther conservation efforts. Filmmakers and photographers have documented the Florida panther's struggle for survival, reaching global audiences. The Florida Panther National Wildlife Refuge serves as a protected sanctuary for these endangered felines. Researchers stationed at the refuge study panther behavior and test new conservation strategies. As Florida's human population continues to grow, balancing development with wildlife conservation remains a challenge. Some communities are implementing wildlife-friendly urban planning to reduce conflicts with panthers. Legislators have proposed new laws to allocate more funding to panther conservation initiatives. Advocacy groups continue to fight against policies that threaten panther habitats. Public pressure has successfully halted some development projects in crucial wildlife corridors. The survival of the Florida panther is a testament to decades of dedicated conservation efforts. Scientists remain cautiously optimistic about the future of this iconic big cat. Continued investment in research, land protection, and public education is essential to their long-term survival. Conservationists stress that every Florida panther counts, as the population remains dangerously small. Wildlife biologists hope that with sustained efforts, the Florida panther will thrive once again. The fate of Florida's last big cats depends on collaboration between government agencies, conservationists, and the public. With enough support, this resilient species may continue to roam the wilds of Florida for generations to come. Some conservationists believe that panthers could eventually expand into protected areas in northern Florida. Land acquisition efforts in the Panhandle may provide crucial stepping stones for future expansion. The restoration of longleaf pine forests could also support a growing population of panthers in new regions. Increased research on genetic health and breeding success will be critical to their long-term viability. Advancements in conservation technology, such as AI-driven monitoring systems, may help detect early signs of population stress. Wildlife corridors may need to be expanded to ensure long-term genetic diversity and movement of the species. The lessons learned from Florida's panther conservation efforts could inform global big cat protection strategies. By prioritizing coexistence, habitat preservation, and scientific advancements, Florida may set an example for big cat conservation worldwide. The Florida panther's survival story is still being written, and its future depends on the choices we make today.